What is the next big thing in social media? It's a hard question to answer because there are so many big things that people have to tackle today. So I think the real focus inside for businesses is to figure out how they can really reach their customers through the existing channels, the major channels like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and even their own site through blogs and discussion groups. That said, I do think a very important thing is to figure out where your customers are connecting with each other and then take all of that structured data you have inside of your organization, things like website traffic, transaction data, shopping cart behaviors, all those things that you have inside the company, and match it to all the unstructured data, the social media that's happening out there, understanding which are the real customers that are talking, and connect that back into your organization. So that when somebody comes onto your website or when somebody comes into the store, you know who they are, you know their past transaction history, and you also have an idea of what their social life has done. Who are they connected to? What are they thinking about? I think it's the marrying of those two worlds, the outside world from your organization and the inside world, that can give you tremendous power. All of that data, we call it sort of big data. There's so much data to have to crunch through. Companies are just beginning to figure out how to tap into it. So I think if you can figure out how to tap into that data, you could get a significant competitive advantage. So there are many companies who have already started using social media, but many who have not gotten onto that journey yet. I think at the most basic level, companies have to listen and learn from what their customers and their employees are saying inside of social media today. At a minimum, go and do searches using some of the basic search tools. And as you get more sophisticated, use some of the monitoring and analytics tools that are out there, things like Radiant 6. The problem is that if you don't even at least listen and monitor to what people are saying, you are in the dark, you are in the blind, because you are no context to know what else to do differently or better inside of your business. So even if you're not ready to engage, to have a dialogue, to have a Twitter account and do all these things that require you giving up control, then at least do the listening and learning. I equate it to almost like if your customer is calling you on a phone, if you don't answer it and at least hear what they're interested in talking to you about, you can't really run a good business that way. So the same goes with social media. You have to at least listen to everything that people are saying, because those are great opportunities for you to learn and to improve your business. So to create a solid social media strategy, I think you have to do a couple of things. The first one is make sure you have a very clear idea of what your goal is. And the goal can't be have a Facebook page or have a Twitter page. The goal has to be rooted in your core business objectives of what you are trying to achieve. What are the top and most important things that you are trying to do with your business? And then from there, figure out how social media can help you achieve that. So there are some key goals, things like how you can learn better, dialogue, support, and innovate. But those are, again, initiatives that help you achieve a very clear, concrete business goal. So once you know what that goal is, you have some ideas of it, you can begin to start. Make sure you measure and measure correctly. And the measurements have to, again, not be based on, is social media working? Is Facebook working? It's how well does social media, Facebook, Twitter, support that business objective? You can measure tweets, you can measure number of fans, but how does that actually help you get and improve customer service? So you want to make sure you measure the right thing. Again, the metrics have to be based on your objectives. So the question of should every company have a corporate blog is a hard one, because I could see everybody having a blog. Potentially, there's no good reason why they wouldn't have one, but should they have one? And I think that really depends on, does your audience want to hear from you in that channel? I think blogs are great for showing expertise, to share content, to have a point of view from inside the company. But if your customers aren't interested in it, in fact, if they don't even come to your site on a regular basis, it's going to be very difficult to draw them away from all of that other really compelling content that's out there, all the social media, YouTube videos and Facebook pages, to get them to come to a blog. Now, that content that appears in a blog can actually rest in many different places. So if you think that creating content from experts, having a point of view, makes sense for building that relationship for your organization with that customer, then be sure that you go and put it into all the different places where that blog's content can reach the people who would be interested in reading it.